No one is coming to save you. That's the hard truth most people run from. We grow up believing that someday someone will come along and fix everything for us. Maybe a mentor, a lucky break, a perfect opportunity, or even fate itself. But life doesn't work like that. The world doesn't care about your excuses, your pain, or your potential. It only reacts to what you do. Waiting for someone else to lift you up is the fastest way to stay exactly where you are. You've got to understand that every person you admire, every so-called overnight success, every champion you see, they all had to reach a point where they realized nobody was coming. That's when the real change began. When you stop expecting rescue, you start creating results. You stop looking around and start looking within. You begin to take full control, not just of your actions, but of your mindset, your emotions, and your destiny. Responsibility becomes your superpower. It's not about blaming yourself for what happened. It's about owning the power to change what happens next. Motivation is one of the biggest lies we've been sold. People wait for motivation like it's some magic switch that turns on success. They think that one morning they'll wake up full of energy, excitement, and clarity, ready to chase their goals. But that day never comes. Motivation is temporary. It fades the moment things get uncomfortable. It's easy to feel motivated when everything's going right, when life feels light, when there's hype around you. But real growth doesn't happen there. It happens when the fire dies out and you still show up. The people who reach greatness aren't the ones who wait to feel ready. They're the ones who move even when they're exhausted, when they're scared, when their mind screams for comfort. They've learned that action doesn't follow motivation. Motivation follows action. Once you take that first step, momentum kicks in. You start to feel a sense of progress, and that progress fuels your drive. But if you sit around waiting to feel like it, you'll spend your life waiting. True strength isn't built when everything feels easy and smooth. It's forged in the moments when you're tired, when everything inside you screams to quit, and when you have every reason to stop, but you keep going anyway. Comfort never made anyone powerful. It only makes you soft, predictable, and average. Real growth happens in discomfort because pain is the greatest teacher. It strips away your excuses, your laziness, and your illusions. They stay stuck in the same loop, chasing easy wins, avoiding risk, and calling it balance. But balance doesn't build greatness. Force creates power. That's a truth most people never understand because they spend their lives avoiding resistance. They think strength just happens naturally, that success will arrive when things feel right. But the ones who actually rise, the ones who change their lives completely, are the ones who force themselves through resistance. They push when it's uncomfortable, they grind when it's inconvenient, and they keep showing up when everyone else quits. That's where real transformation begins, not in the moments of comfort, but in the moments when your body and mind both scream for rest, and you tell them, not yet. Every person has two voices in their head, one that wants comfort and one that craves greatness. The comfortable voice says, "You've done enough, take a break." The stronger voice says, "One more representative, one more page. One more step." Actions define strength, not words. You can talk about change all day. You can make promises to yourself. You can post motivational quotes online. But none of it means anything until you act. Words are easy. Actions are heavy. They demand effort, time, and sacrifice. Anyone can say they want to be strong, successful, or disciplined, but the truth always shows up in what they do.